Well, this is a very, very, very proud moment, guys. So I gotta give thanks to the Most High God first. This is my first professional modified hoodie, modified garment, modified anything. Yeah, someone literally not only said that they would do it, but went ahead and did it. Right? This is 70 US dollars as our project when it's finished. And there it is. This is the back. I got it pinned up. If you see the colors, you know that it's a lady. So, yeah, give thanks for, the confidence to believe and putting money where your mouth is. And this is it for now, guys. I'll catch up with you a little later when I start get some sewing done and so forth and so on. You know what I mean? Again, give thanks to the Most High. Designs by Taloco, chairlife.com, chairlife apparel. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Take a look. See? Mm-hmm. 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 As we welcome you back, guys, I'm saying this is my first professional project that I'm actually being paid for. And so, it's a good thing because, like I said, to persevere in anything, it takes effort. So I'm giving thanks to the person who believed in me. She believed enough to put her money where her mouth is. And then here I am now working on this and making this more possible. And it's something that I can't really take for granted because when you really get down to it, when you're doing something, that you believe in, it's good. You're gonna go through a lot of opposition at first, and it's like something is always saying, well, can you do this? Should you do this? Are you gonna be successful? It's always these little negative things that's always getting the mental space and trying to tell you like what you ought to feel and what you ought not to feel and all that. But the real truth about it is, and if you believe in yourself, you ought to start where you are because, who else is going to do it for you but you yourself? And where else can you start but where you are? Is there anywhere else you're going to start? You have to start exactly where you are. So it's like a lot of people out there think, hey, I should wait for someone to like believe in me and say, hey, I think Talako's got a talent. I should. Then why is it that people don't even do that with their own selves? Why is it that they don't even say, "Hey, I think I got a talent. I want to do this." So how is it that they're gonna do that with you so easily? You know what I mean? And people talk about talent scouts. You know how hard you gotta work before a talent scout would ever see you using that mentality to justify waiting for someone to come do something you should do for yourself. So you see me doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I know a lot of people be asking questions and they be saying, "Why are you now sewing and why you know that?" It's because see, I'm me. I'm me. I'm not just your belief in what I'm doing. I'm me doing what I'm doing. I'm not just me believing what you think I am. I'm me being me with a real life. I'm not just the information I'm expressing. I'm not just all these things of faith I'm saying because those things manifest as actuality. We got to live, we got to eat, we got to sleep, we got to pay our bills because we don't live in a vacuum. We live in a real actual reality, right? And because we live in a real actual reality, there are real responsibilities that we gotta take care of. And so if you don't turn your skills and your talents, right, into something of value, who do you really expect is gonna do that? I mean, who should do that? God has already gifted you with that. We already heard about the persons who say they got one talent and they hit it and see what happens to them. And we already know what happened to those who had two or more talents, right? So then they were able to use it to be able to become proficient. And when the master of the house came back and saw, hey, I see you guys using up all your talents, right? Then you are, competent and responsible enough. Here's some more responsibility. Here, do more, right? So people see me doing my sewing and this, I've been a person that have suffered from a lack of support over the years, but I realize it's nothing new for anyone who's trying to do something. I realize, especially for so-called black people, Aboriginal, we lack that support in many areas, right? But at the end of the day, I think there's always this need to prove something, but I'm not proving anything. I think more for me, I'm probably disproving something. And what I'm disproving is that people say that it can't be done or it only can be done in this way or that way. So I'm disproving these notions that you have to follow the negative patterns, right? That's what I'm disproving, right? That you have to go with all that negative and fearful thinking that, you got to go look for support or if people don't this, people react according to how they see you are, right? So if you ain't, then don't pretend like you is, right? But from you are, then people will see that you are, right? And when people see that you are what you say you is, then that's where they come together and say, hey, I think I'm gonna greet you, meet you, receive you on the level which you say you ought to receive at, because that's the level you're coming at me and everyone else at. You know, it's quantifiable, it's measurable, I can see it, right? And so this is what I give thanks for that ability. And so God knows it's good to be able to do that. So, you know, when you put that into practice and somebody else believes in what you're doing and can see and say, you know, Talco, Designs by Talco, great, you know, great, all I believe in you. And, you know, here is 70 bucks, as you say, right? Modify this garment and do something, you know. So I went and got my raw materials right here, you know, these bandanas, right? And, you know, the female hoodie, and started to work. And see, that's how we transform visions into reality, just like that. So I catch up with you guys later when I'm a little bit further on. Yeah, love, light, and blessings. Teleco the Great Out, designs by Teleco, chairlife.com, chairlife apparel. My first professional order. This is my first order. Moving on, moving up. Sorry, moving on and moving up in virtue and in abilities, right? All right. Well, here's how far I reach. I finish at the back, and here I am now pinning the front. Well, almost all of the front. So that's the layout for most of it, and it's been good so far. Been about like 6 hours, and maybe I took like a 2 hour break, and it's been good so far. My first paid professional modification. Yeah, brand new hoodie. You can see the tag right there. Yeah, everything is brand new. 70 US dollars, and I give thanks for my client who supported. Here we are, guys. As far as we've reached, we've done on the back, and we've done the front, sewn up most of it. Now we've got the pockets laid out, and so far, um, looking pretty good, if I may say so myself. So I would say I'm about maybe 70% finished. And I've been giving the client up to date images of the modification, and she's loved every step of the way. She chose her colors, and I decided the layout and how I would, you know, use the colors in Dynamo or in Tandem. So I used three versions of pink to not make it be one vibe, or and then I got my own little aesthetic as to how obviously I'm hand sewing it. So, you know, everybody does it different. If you're machine sewing it, then it's gonna look different. You know, when you hand sew, the stitches gather at the sides, right? Or along the seams that you sew. So that's just a sign of hand sewn modified garments. And even when you sew the garments hand sewn, there's a little puffiness. You gotta iron the seams straight. On the process of learning tailoring. Designs by Talaku. Awesomely done. My first professionally paid for blazer or hoodie, right? Listen, guys. This is the point. This is the point where it's all finished up. See? That is the front there. Yeah. My first professional modification blazer meant I got paid to do this for a client. See? This is the front. Here's the back. I think I did a good enough job. In anything you do, you could always do better, because remember, I'm learning tailoring. Designs by Talaco is all about hand sewn modification. That is until I master the machining part of it. But until then, it's about hand sewn modifications. As in all things, aesthetic grows. The more you become proficient with something, the more you do it. So I'm growing with this. Thank you guys for watching Designs by Talico. It's been a pleasure. All glory to the Most High. And thanks to the client for believing in my skills and my talent that she ordered her own modified hoodie. And this was $70 US. Blessings and love, guys. Stay on the platforms to be informed. Blessings and love.